his opinion, the inside 4 lanes down the side approaching the home turn are advantage. So that's going to add a bit to the map and the spice and the tactics of the race. More on that in a moment via Glenn Boss. But to James McDonald, who's going to try and carve out his own slice of history by winning 4 consecutive Cox Plates, trying to go back-to-back on Via Sistina. It would be an unbelievable effort to partner 3 different gallopers and win this race with all the pressure attached 4 straight times.
And that's the thing, isn't it? It's a pressure race. It's a big occasion, and James handles himself so particularly well. I'm sure he feels it. He doesn't really let on though, does he? You think back to last year, the Tuesday morning, Breakfast with the Stars, he was on the deck down there. He had to overcome that. He kept a cool head. You saw how elated he was and probably the relief that was associated with that. There was a lot of speculation. Had she done too much work last year by getting loose? Would have been a doubt in everyone's mind. I'm sure Chris and James have come out and said, no, we were always confident. No, as a trainer, you still would have just been having it in the back of your mind a little bit. This time it's been a little bit more seamless, hasn't it? He seems to be handling himself so well. He's done it so many times before. He's elite at handling pressure and he's elite at delivering in these Group 1s. And I'm excited. I'm hoping we'll see what's going to happen. You
spent your life around and on the back of horses. For all of James McDonald's skill set as a rider and what exists through his hands, is it his temperament and his cool head, do you think, that makes him such a standout?
I think so. I think a couple of things make great jockeys. I think their ability to sum a race up, get a horse into a position early, make a decision, and they just make the right decisions. James just seems to get it right more often than not, doesn't he? Then none of them are perfect. All jockeys make mistakes. All human beings make mistakes. That's just human nature. But his statistics prove that he gets it right more often than not, and especially when you combine that with a trainer like Chris Waller in Group 1s and Grand Finals, they rarely miss.
Well, how does James McDonald execute the task at hand on Via Sistina? They got to pick their gate here like so many of the other connections on Tuesday morning. The best man to ask is one of the best in the business and very much the J-Mac of his time. A ruthless competitor and a cool head. In the body of Glenn Boss, who caught up with Britt Taylor earlier on to consider the possibilities for the defending champ.
We're at the Cox Plate start. Glenn Boss, how important is this early stage of the race?
Yeah, Britt, this is brings back a lot of memories. You know, you're standing in the barriers here for the Ladbrokes WS Cox Plate, and we've got 200 metres before we hit that winning post. And what happens, Britt, you are so focused on getting that part right. You must get that part right, because what happens if you don't get that part right, the scenario is like you can't win the race there, but you can lose it, right? So you're so focused on getting your position. I break the race into thirds. So the first third of the race, crucial. You must nail this part. Then that gives you the opportunity to rest. And then when you get to the half mile, this is when you come on to hypersensitive mode. And what happens in the Ladbrokes Cox Plate, it's not like any other race, Brett. Like you'll go to Flemington, you'll go to Caulfield on these bigger tracks where you'll get that first part of the race right, and then you'll just chill out, relax, feel your horse, feel the rhythm, make sure they're breathing, everything's in check. In a Cox Plate, you don't have that time. It's just you're actually on the whole time. That's what makes this race so fascinating to ride in. I love riding it because you just never knew what was going to happen in the race.
You're just waiting for someone to pull the trigger. Who do you think is the first to pull the trigger today?
I got a feeling that Damien Lane on Treasure of the Moment will be the first one. He'll be either leading or be outside the leader. Light infantryman may lead, but if that hasn't happened, I think Damien Lane will take it up, and he will start to pick up the speed from about the half mile. So the race, when you look at the history of the race, like I have all the years, generally the last jockey to make a move is generally the winner. But listen, it's so fascinating, Brett. When you look at the race setup, we've got Blake Shin, Craig Williams, Mark Zara, Ben Millen, James McDonald, Damien Lane, Huey Bowman. These guys are unbelievable tacticians who don't get it wrong. So, and then you add in these young guns, Ethan Brown and Zach Lloyd, right? So you're going to watch some great tacticians at their very best.
They might have ideas that we haven't even thought of in terms of this race shape. Where do you think the favourite's going to be, Via Sistina?
Oh, James McDonald will have his eyes purely fixed on 1-1, which means behind the leading two, one off the fence. Because she loves galloping room. She loves a contest, Via Sistina, so he'll want to make sure that he's in a controlling position. The ones that control the speed are the horses outside the lead or the ones in the 1-1, because then you have the ability to make something happen if you need to. If you're locked away third the fence, fourth the fence, fifth the fence, you lose the ability to actually do something in a race because you're dictated to what the ones around you are going to do. So a controlling position outside the leader, 1-1, and I'm pretty confident, like he did on Animo a few years ago, he'll be gunning for that spot.
It is going to be so fascinating. I can't wait. Thanks for your insights, Bossy.
Always.
Class in the current configuration at Moonee Valley. It's the 2025 Ladbrokes Cox Plate. It's Australia's best race. It's worth $6 million under weight for age conditions over the iconic distance of the 2040 as Via Sistina tries to go back-to-back in the great race. But she's got 7 opponents standing in her way. One of them is Light Infantryman. He's a 2-time Group 1 winner through the Northerly and Australian Cups. It's Ethan Brown's first Cox Plate ride. He won both the Group 1s to date on Light Infantryman.
Heavy track was against him first up, showed something second up, bit plain last time out. I think if they roll forward, send him to the front, and he finds the front and gets left alone, he could be the blowout in the race, Amy.
Couldn't agree anymore, Ben, and that's the danger here. If they want to let that happen, they may see another Globe incident in a Group 1 in not too distant future. This horse looks amazing. He's got such a good positive attitude. You can see the happy look on his face. He is so fit.
2 is Antino. He won a Toorak last spring. He won a Doomben Cup in his hometown winter. He tries to become the first Cox Plate winner to win the Doomben Cup in the same calendar year since the mighty Might and Power some 27 years ago.
Covered a bit of ground last start, albeit on a slow speed. Went for home. He was run down by a good one in the Sir Dalius. Beat home his main rivals today in Via and Aliana. Look, I think he's set to peak in this race, and he's got the ability to make a long, sustained run. Gee, he looks good, Amy. What about you? What do you think?
Oh, this is a tricky job. He looks amazing, Ben. He has absolutely been trending in the right direction, all preparation to peak today, and that's exactly what he's done. He's a good-looking horse. See just that nice little bit that he's up on his toes. He's at the top of his game.
3 Attrition won the 2023 Toorak. He's been placed here in 2 Fians. He's got the right pilot. Craig Williams has had 17 Cox Plate rides to date for 2 victories and 5 second placings. And can Mitch Freedman emulate what he did in an upset in the Black Caviar Lightning back in February with Skybird?
Well, this horse did beat Antino when he won that Toorak. It was a smart ride to get second last start in the Hill Stakes, making an early move, but he's 4 from 25 overall. I think he'd need to go to a new level.
He's been a wonderful horse for connections, a $2.8 million earner and a very high-class horse. He looks beautiful today. I think he's got such a good attitude. I love how positive he is, the way that he's walking around here. He really is on a mission. 4 is Buckaroo, first of the Chris Waller gallopers to have a look at. 3rd in the Memsey to treasure the moment. 2nd in the Underwood, then 3rd of 4 in the Might and Power. Mark Zara was 2nd on I'm Thunderstruck in this race 3 years ago.
Yeah, he looked on track first and second up. It was a disappointing run last start, but he's trained by Chris Waller, and it's grand final day. He gets Mark Zara. Look, Via has beaten him previously when she was coming off her worst ever run, and he was probably coming off his vest. So not sure he can beat the stablemate, but it is Waller grand final day.
And it is a horse race. We all know that anything can happen. He looks great, Ben. I think that his condition is really good. He's so relaxed. He's a cool, calm customer. He knows his job very well. He's done this many times before. He's in great condition, as you'd expect.
5 Globe scratching, as we know, on Thursday. Well, here she is. Horse 6, Via Sistina, looking to go back-to-back. An 8-length romp, breaking the track record in stunning fashion 12 months ago. She became the 12th horse to defend the Cox Plate crown. The oldest mare. It would give Chris Waller a 6th victory in the race and James McDonald 4 in a row.
My worry last start was she was underdone, given slow race first up, even slower race second up. Her last 200-metre sectional might back that up. I'd expect her to improve significantly grand final day, as she has in her last 2 preparations. I think she deserves to be favourite. Amy, she looks good to me. What about you?
Oh, of course she does. What a queen she is. She's such a big, strong mare. She's got so much class about her. Her stride length is what always gets me, even in here in the walking ring. You can see just how powerful she is. She's got the most impeccable attitude. This is what makes her a champion.
White cap on Via Sistina, black distinguishing cap on the 7. Treasure the moment in the Yulong Silks for Matt Laurie, winner of 2 Oaks, a Vinery and a Memsey in stunning fashion at the beginning of the spring. Can she do what Sunline, Maccabi Diva and So You Think did in 2005, 2000 and 2010 and win the Group 1 at the start of the spring and then take out the grand final.
Well, it was the win of the spring first up in the MEMS. He might have needed the run after the setback second up. Last start was a disappointing one. Every chance face value. I just need to see her do it again now. We know if she can do it again, her best is very good.
People are so harsh on this horse. I feel sorry for Matt and all involved because she is a high-class mare. She's had 14 starts. She's never been beaten more than second. She is an unreal racehorse. I think she's spot on today. I think that she's actually parading better than what she did her previous two.
Hugh Bowman up and ready to rumble on the ATC Derby winner, the 8, Aliana. Can he secure a 5th win in the race to tie Derby Munro?
I think she might have the same issue as Via in the Turnbull, just half a run short. I think she can really improve significantly on grand final day, and I think she actually might be the main danger to the favourite in her stablemate.
From a condition point of view, she's the only horse here that's still got a bit of a wintry coat, but you look back at her form, she's been racing very well looking like that. I do think that it has improved in between runs, but it's a bit of a slow burn with her. What we do know is she's a high-class mare.
And the 3-year-old presence in the Cox Plate is in the form of horse 9 Nepotism. Zach Lloyd's second steer in the great race. This horse was 7th in the Caulfield Guineas.
Yeah, he was unlucky not to finish closer in the Caulfield Guineas, where he ran some of the quickest closing splits of the race. He brings some different form to a race in desperate need of it. I guess the query is how strong that Guineas form was. It got a little bit of a franking with Observer in the previous race, and whether he'll run a strong 2000.
Good luck to Zach Lloyd and all connections here. He's got down to the 49.5 to ride this quality 3-year-old. He presented beautifully. Great attitude for a young horse. He's handled the occasion particularly well.
Nepotism trying to join Savabeel, So You Think and Seamus Award as 3-year-olds to win the Cox Plate in the 21st century. One last time at the Valley in its current form. The fuse has been lit. The 105th Ladbrokes Cox Plate is upon us.
Via Sistina for me, I think she deserves to be favourite. Look, I thought she was probably a run short off a couple of slow races last time out. She peaks 4th up, she peaks grand final day, and it's grand final day today. I think she deserves to be the favourite and can show her class. I think the stablemate's the main danger from Antino and Treasure the Moment. But Via Sistina on top. What about from the yard, Amy?
I have to go the big girl, Via Sistina here. It's hard to go past her. She's just such an unbelievable looking racehorse. She's so big, strong, powerful, and so composed. She just really has that X factor about her. If I started to list the other horses, they all look great. Of course they do. This is WS Cox Plate. It's a Group 1. It's one of the time-honoured races. They are all presented to run really well. But someone that might be able to give us a little bit more information, Chris Waller, thank you so much for your time. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, my job's done. I've handed over the reins to Huey. Mark Zara and James McDonald, 3 great jockeys. So our job's done. The stable has done their work. All 3 are in great shape. We've been here before. You just know not to expect too much. Anything can happen, but we know we can do it. So our systems are right. We've got the right horses. We just need a bit of racing luck.
How would you like things to play out for Via Sistina in particular?
I would like a genuine gallop, which is unlikely. But if there's not a genuine gallop, I would like them to be rolling from the 1000, almost like a Waverley Star Bone Crusher scenario. But I don't want to be getting dropped. I want to be building. So horses can't go from the 1st gear to the 5th gear. They need to build, especially when you're a big horse like Via Sistina. Aliana, she's probably going to be following Via Sistina and Buckaroo. He'll be in a pretty good spot, midfield, sort of on the fence. So they're just going to have to sort of find paths, judge the pace, and I'd like to see them just get their chance.
In regards to your confidence levels, can you list your horses in a 1, 2, 3 order for me, Chris? Is it Via on top? Is it Aliana? Or is it Buckaroo? We can't discredit him.
It is definitely Via. She broke the track record last year. She did that with pressure in the race, but she's still the benchmark. Aliana, we thought coming into the spring was a rising star, and we haven't changed. So she's capable, and Bucky, you know, he's going to be there, and he's been to these dances before. He's going to be in the first half.
Let's go enjoy it. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Good.
Tony Golan is with us. The moment is upon us as Antino is set to tackle the 2025 Cox Plate. Tony, it's been a long-range plan to get him here, and you must feel like you've got him in the best possible order.
Yeah, I do. Preparation's gone faultless. The minute we pulled up in Hong Kong, we planned towards the Doomben Cup. Then the minute we pulled up the Doomben Cup, I planned to be here, and I've had a faultless preparation with him. I think I presented him in great shape today, so just can't wait to see how this race unfolds now.
Is the Doomben Cup in many respects the template for him to see out and try and break them in many respects at 2,000?
Yeah, I guess so. It was a template for me to see whether he was, a weight for age horse at the 2,000 metres. He sort of showed he was. He showed us in spades, and not only won well, he ran a time to go with it as well. So he's spot on today. He's as good as we can get him. We've had a great preparation, and just looking forward now to a very intriguing race unfolding.
Been a mighty few months for Queensland sport. Hopefully you can put the cherry on top. All the best.
Certainly hope there's one left for us, that's for sure. Cheers.
As the race gets closer, the big bets coming in for the superstar Via Sistina, including one bet of $18,244.81 at the $2.20, throwing another $18,000 at $2.20, $14,000 at $2.20. Antino $4 back to $3.80 late. Treasure of the Moment $6.50, one bet of $10,000 on her. Aliana $7.50, Buckaroo best the rest at $17. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website.
Well, here we are. We are absolutely to the brim here with the crowd, and the crowd have just noticed us coming back here again. Let's just get them. This is great. They're loving it out here. You can always guarantee that the general public are going to bring their A game when you're at the Cox Plate for the final time. What an absolutely ripping crowd we've got here today. I cannot wait to hear the roar as the winner of the final Cox Plate here at the current location goes across that line.
Great to see, Charlotte. Atmosphere building to a fever pitch here as we're only a minute away from the final Cox Plate at the Valley as we know it, pre the reconstruction. Via Sistina, the defending champ, she's going to run your favourite. It's going to be fascinating. Does Ethan Brown light up Light Infantryman from out wide? Does Treasure the Moment kick up, or does James McDonald roll the dice? So, Nigel, how is it out there?
The pictures tell the best possible story, Ben, as does the hush. The last time we're going to see this grandstand packed to the rafters and with that unbelievable sense of anticipation. One last time, the 105th Cox Plate, through the eyes and the voice of Matt Hill.
Sistina 205 the favourite. There's Nepotism, the 3-year-old, going into the stalls. Aliana in the Star Thoroughbred purple, waiting her turn. Buckaroo with the white distinguishing cap. Light Infantryman is also yet to be called into the stalls. The last couple to get set. One spectacular epilogue to go at the Valley for Australia's best race. They're just about set. Light Infantryman goes in and the field is set for the Ladbrokes Cox Plates. Ready, set and racing, and Via Sistina jumped away pretty well. Treasure the Moment over on the far side, beat them out from attrition. Light Infantryman's using plenty of the track out past the centre, but is forging on out wide. At the judge, a lap to go. Treasure the Moment is the leader with Light Infantryman. A length and 3/4 attrition, two further back in the field, Nepotism, and they were followed by Via Sistina as they string out towards the side at the 1,600 metres. Via Sistina has 3 behind her, and they are Buckaroo, Aliana, and last of all is Antino. So with 1,500 metres to go, Light Infantryman has taken it up. 1,400 metres to go and strung out the field by 2 lengths. Treasure the Moment second. Third is Attrition. 2.5 Nepotism. Via Sistina is 7 off the lead on the outside of Aliana. They were followed by Buckaroo, and at the tail of the field, Antino. To the back section, 1,200 to go. It's Ethan Brown and Light Infantryman into a rhythm. 2.5 lengths to Treasure the Moment. 2 further back is Attrition. 2 lengths Nepotism. Then came the inside Aliana, who spots the speed about 7. A length away Via Sistina, followed by Buckaroo, and Antino is still last. So through halfway and beyond, 900 to go. It's Light Infantryman, the front runner in the Cox Plate, by a length and a quarter. Treasure the Moment second. Now the runs are coming. Nepotism out 4 deep. Via Sistina 5 deep is coming now at the school for the final time at the 600. Aliana behind them. time. Attrition has got back to third last from Buckaroo and Antino. Light Infantry Man, 450 metres to go. Treasure the Moment gets her nose in front though. Nepotism going with her, and Via Sistina on the outside. 350 metres to go. Treasure the Moment kicked. A length Via Sistina, Nepotism. Buckaroo around the outside, then Attrition. Treasure the Moment around the turn. 200 metres to go. A length and a quarter in front. Via Sistina and Buckaroo wearing her down at the 100. Treasure the Moment. Via Sistina and Buckaroo. Via Sistina lifting. The Brownell Valley's rocking. And Via Sistina's done it. Via Sistina, one more legend has been made. Has beaten Buckaroo and Treasure the Moment. What a race. Behind those horses, Light Infantry Man, Aliana, Attrition, Antino and Nepotism.
It's air that is reserved for the champions to be a multiple Cox Plate winner. And Via Sistina is the 12th horse to defend the crown. She becomes the oldest mare to win the WS Cox Plate. James McDonald becomes the first jockey to win 4 in a row involving different horses. 4 in a row, just like Hugh Boban did on the Mighty Winks. And Chris Waller, Jack Holt won 6 in a 10-year span between 1937 and 47. From the beginning of the Winks Odyssey in 2015, Chris Waller now has 6 Cox Plates between 2015 and 2025. As I bring in Damien Oliver, the race we were all hoping for to farewell the Valley in its current form, and Via Sistina shows every inch of her champion qualities.
Wow, what a race, Nige. You didn't fail to disappoint. It looked like Treasure the Moment had it on the turn. It looked like Via Sistina under pressure. I thought she was off, but she just, like a true champion, she just kept fighting on, and then Buckaroo launched at her late and she just held him off.
And what of James McDonald, who has won 4 consecutive Cox Plates? And he's had the weight of expectation on him each time. Animo, Romantic Warrior, and now 2 with Via Sistina. Here's alongside Charlotte Littlefield.
That's the 4. That's 4 Cox Plates, J-Mac. You are rewriting history. You're creating a script again for a movie. I interviewed you last year. It was a sense of relief. I think the year before was jubilation. The year before, an Animo was probably redemption. But what's this one?
God, you've put that exceptionally well. I think this one's relief as well. I love this place. I'm blessed to ride champion racehorses. Blessed to be a part of a champion stable. And she was trained to the minute. I can't thank the Waller team. Everyone, like, they're just exceptional horse people. They love their horses. Candice lives and breathes this horse. She deserves a lot of the credit, and even though it wasn't 7 lengths, I'm just over the moon. Thank you so much.
I spoke to Caitlin this morning. I'm sure you can't wait to put your arms around her, and she was saying that you were a little bit nervous this morning, a little bit toey.
I was toey. I'm always toey in terms of got nervous energy, but I put it to good use, I suppose, and I suppose it's part of the business. We're riding the best horse in Australia, and God, how did Huey do it with Winks? I don't know. No, I'm blessed. I'm lucky. Chris is a genius, and yeah, he's got a great team and a great horse. And I'll just special mention to New Long. They went out and paid a lot of money, and they deserve all the rewards they get. Thank you.
Well, J-Mac, I think you need to go and soak up the atmosphere. It is electric. You're a bit dry. Go and get a champagne.
Yeah, 54 puts a stop to that next week.
Well done. Go and enjoy it. That was amazing.
Candice, what an unbelievable champion mare. Can you explain to everyone how you feel?
Oh, amazing. She's amazing. I just have no words. I'm still shaking.
I know you are. Seb, what does this mean to you?
Total elation. Amazing.
We saw her win last year and she absolutely spaced them. This year she had to fight. Buckaroo of all horses was coming at her fast. The champions just fight them off, don't they?
Oh, she really does. Like, as happy as I am for the team, for the Cornella, like, oh, Via, she's just she's just an unbelievable experience. I'm so happy to be attached to her and with her, and just, this is amazing.
What an absolute privilege. She's coming back. Guys, well done. Go and get it.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Well done, Chris. Chris Waller is carving his way through the throng. An incredible amount of well wishes are coming his way, and rightly so. 4 with Winks now, 2 with Via Sistina. Chris, as we make our way through, sum up your emotions after Quinella-ing a Cox Plate.
Yeah, real thrill, real thrill. You can't orchestrate it, and you just don't know what to expect in racing, and but that's a dream come true.
Her work on Tuesday morning, I imagine you would have left the Valley a very content man, given where things were at.
Yeah, everything's gone perfectly. I know she hasn't won her last 2 runs, but all the data suggests that, like, she's flying, and once they set those benchmarks, providing the horse is healthy and well, you know they're going to get somewhere close to it, and that's what we knew this week.
In many respects, was it the mantra of 12 months ago, but re-engineered to not panic?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's been a few of those. Don't panic, don't change anything, don't think about anything. Let the horses do the talking.
And that would have been in mind in runners. She really had to find every possible reserve.
She had a lovely run, but Treasure of the Moment, I thought, was the winner at the 200. She had to dig deep, and I know she can, and she did. I'm going to go and see her.
Well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
What a moment this is for Yulong. 1st and 3rd. Troy Stevens, congratulations to you. Put this into words.
Thank you. I don't think we can. Just for what this means to Mr. Zhang and our entire team at Yulong is just surreal. She's an amazing mare. You know, she hadn't won in the last 2 starts, and we had our doubters, but you know, Chris and his entire team just had a prime for this race, and it's just a testament to everyone involved.
As they turned for home, what were your thoughts? Because you would have had 2 eyes, one on Treasure, one on Via.
And to Matt and Kate and their entire team, it's just a marvel. And Treasure will have her moment, and she's been a tremendous mare to us all. So yes, no, we're just very grateful to be here.
She was very brave in defeat tonight.
She was, and look, she's been an enormous mare. She's a homebred by one of our own sires, so it's very meaningful that she ran 3rd in a Cox Plate.
Congratulations to you and the team. Go and enjoy this.
Thank you.
What a spectacle we've seen here for the Cox Plate 2025. Amazing finish to the final race in the Valley as we know it. Via Sistina, she was challenged by the stablemate Buckaroo, but she's been able to hold him off under pressure. Treasure of the Moment bounces back with a terrific effort. She's run 3rd. Let's hear from her trainer, Matt Laurie.
Matt Laurie's mighty mare Treasure of the Moment has done a stunning job to set up an epic Cox Plate and stick on for a 3rd place in our greatest race. Matt Laurie, you must be so proud of what your mare's produced.
I certainly am. I know we've run 3rd, but it almost feels like a win for us. She's had a bit of a tricky preparation, but to see her do what she did today was an incredible effort. And you know, she was a bit of a sitting duck there, but she held on really gallantly to, you know, for the 3rd place, and you know, we're over the moon.
To reflect on the campaign in its entirety, to think that she had the setback of the magnitude that she did at post the MEMS in, she can come here and run like that, and it takes a champion to beat her.
Indeed, and she has had a tricky preparation, and to bounce back. Yeah, look, I was pretty confident with the way she was going. And I think she's proven that today. It was very gallant, and you know, Via Sistina's a star. Chris is a great trainer, and but we set it up for those horses to really get her late. I'm very proud of the horse.
Sterling effort by your entire team. A Memsy at the start of the spring, a placing in a Cox Plate now. Is there a possibility of taking her to a champion stakes, or is it a case of job done for this spring?
Oh, look, I feel like she's just sort of gotten to where we wanted her to be. No, we'll see how she pulls up, and if she's fit and happy, then you know we'll definitely consider it.
A lot to celebrate from the performance and the process too, Matt. Well done.
Good on you. Thanks.
Matt Laurie there, the trainer of the 3rd place Treasure of the Moment, who has run 3rd to Via Sistina in the 2025 Ladbrokes Cox Plate. And Ollie, you went out to soak things up out in the atmosphere. Before we get to how that was, talk to us about how things have worked out here through the race. You've got inside Treasure of the Moment. Via jumped okay and coming from out wide, light infantry.
Yeah, we could see Damien Lane on Treasure of the Moment. He showed a lot of intent from the start. He didn't want to slowly run race. He thought if someone's going to take it up, they're going to have to be rolling in a good tempo. So, you know, he led to the post the first time and you saw a light infantry man with Ethan Brown stay out a little bit wider. He cruised on, went to the front. They did go a little bit quicker than I expected. So they're rolling at a nice gallop here. You can see some good breaks and distances between the runners in the field. You know, at least sort of a 2 or 3 length gap to fourth there in Nepotism, and then J-Mac on Via Sistina, the eventual winning runner in 5th position. Eliana back behind him. Buckaroo back there second last, and Antino back last. He struggled to get into the race, but a good even tempo. They didn't slow up too much till probably they got down past the 1200 here. You see Via just got a little bit keen there when Nepotism just came back into a lap. But the gaps in the field maintaining here to at least they got around that bottom bend.
Yeah, she did get a bit keen on a couple of occasions, which you don't often see from her, but he had a decision to make, James McDonald, didn't he? Does he stay, ride for luck? But he got out and got, you know, 3 and 4 wide quite early in the turn. Eliana back to the inside, Ollie, had no luck. She looked to be travelling really sweetly on the fence and got shut out for a run as light infantryman came back through the field. Yeah, you can see James just half carting there, which we call just half coming out. So, you know, he's sort of balking the runners behind him coming out. So he's got clear air outside Nepotism there. You can see they really started to concertina and bunch up here. J-Mac's got a lap full of horse on him. Mark Zara's just riding the patient race on Buckaroo, right on his back. And Antino's coming off the bit a fair way from home here. But you can see Damien Lane cruising up on the outside of the leader here, light infantry man. She gave a really good kick, Treasure of the Moment here. And I could see Via Sistina come off the bit here. I thought, oh, she's struggling a little bit. But then she really started to answer J-Mac's urgings here when he got stuck into her. And Buckaroo breathing down his neck as well. Treasure just leading into the straight here, but James getting stuck right into Via here. She's really starting to enter the challenge, and then right here I thought Buckaroo's got a chance of picking her up, and he launched at her late, but then you can see Via just stick her head out and holds her late on the line. Yeah, well described. It was a gutsy win from the champion mare who had to dig deep, and dig deep she did as the streamers are unveiled here for the last WS Cox Plate as we know it at the Valley. So it was a special performance. James McDonald gets number 4. Chris Waller, the master trainer, might go down as one of the greatest of all time. Let's hear from the beaten jockeys.
Blake Shane, Antino.
Look, you know, that was disappointing. That's not the Antino we, you know, we're accustomed of knowing. The first part of the race, I was happy to ride a patient race. I went very quick, followed the first and second horse, but his action wasn't good from the 1,000. He didn't want to track up, not like he usually does, and he just didn't chase from the 500. So I'm sure there's something not right with the horse, and that's why he performed the way he did.
Hugh Bowman, Eliana.
She was a little keen in the run, and sort of no one wanted the fence, so I just let her creep forward throughout, which was fine. But at the, you know, when the pressure started to build, I was reluctant going inside Ethan Brown, but I had no other choice, and I took my chance and it didn't work out.
Mark Zara, Buckaroo.
Yeah, look, he's very courageous, followed the winner everywhere, and I actually just never got in front any stage. She just finds ahead the minute you come on. She's a good mare, but he ran well.
Craig Williams, attrition.
I really feel privileged and honoured to ride in the last Moonee Valley Cox Plate and the last meeting here at the current location. Mitch Freeman, my horse's trainer, and attrition, the horse did a great job, and he ran really admirable to run 4th, but that's a quality field.
Ethan Brown, light infantryman.
Yeah, he's run out of his skin. He got a lovely lead. I think he's showing signs. He's getting older. He's showing signs of probably up in trips going to suit. Continue to learn about him every start, but look, he held his own then, and he's just going to get better, deeper into a prep.
Thanks. Damien Lane, Treasure of the Moment.
She was super. Very proud of the horse. Proud of Matty and his team for getting her back to where she is today. Yeah, just unfortunately, Nepotism was put into the race early and just forced my hand. Had to ask her a bit earlier than what was ideal, and she obviously put a good margin on him in the corner, but just had to that early move had to toll late, so she done a great job.
So there we have it, the beaten jockeys. Damien Lane proud of the performance of Treasure of the Moment. Buckaroo was great according to Mark Zara, just beaten by a very good one, and attrition's run out of his skin. Concur with Blake Shin there. I don't think we saw the best of Antino for whatever reason. We will find out in due time, but he was well below his best today. Brilliant scenes out on the track as James McDonald celebrates with Team Yulong and Chris Waller. Back-to-back Cox Plate victories with this terrific mare, Via Sistina. Beating the stablemate, Amy. Chris Waller, 1-2 in the 2025 Ladbrokes Cox Plate.
What an unbelievable race. And Candice, it's my absolute pleasure to award you the World Pool Moment of the Day with a cheque for $8,000. And Via doesn't like it one bit. If you can turn around, we'll grab a photo for you. Just turn around that way. Just.
We'll give the two-time Cox Plate champ a little bit of room, but big thank you to the World Pool and their support of the Moment of the Day initiative, which is fantastic, recognising the strappers and many of our hard-working participants, Amy, who Candice is as much of part of the Via Sistina story as Chris and James are.
Oh, absolutely. And congratulations to Seb here as well. It really is a team effort with any stable, and to get a champion like Via Sistina up, there's many people that are involved, but it's such a fitting tribute to these two people that work so hard, and Candice in particular, and what a wonderful occasion.
It takes a village. It did for all 8 of our Cox Plate runners, but especially our queen of racing in Australia. Via